How is everyone? We're going to begin Season 2 of Remote Learning with another entry in our AP Alumni Spotlight series. Today's episode features Kevin from AP 2018. Kevin is currently an undergrad student studying video production, and in addition to being an accomplished filmmaker, he is also a puppeteer and welder. In this video, Kevin will take you behind the scenes for how he creates his sculptures out of scrap metal, and along the way he will showcase his video production skills of editing and compositional technique. Without further ado, from 2018, here's Kevin.
I think many times as artists we find ourselves going just round and round, wondering what our next project really will be, and we're always looking for inspiration on what we might want to make. For me personally, I find my inspiration in nature and animals and the outdoors. And I actually happen to find most of my artistic materials in nature as well, because I'm a metal artist. I weld, and I like to use reclaimed metal in my sculptures. I create creations such as this guy right here, little muffler man, out of these reclaimed pieces of metal that I accumulate. For me, getting out the welder and deciding what to make and actually making it is a great way for me to just forget everything else going on. It's a great way to distress, because you really just get into the project you're working on. This right here is my welder. I guess it's like my paintbrush, because all the sculptures I make happen because of this. Even before I get to welding the metal together, it's a long process to prep the metal, such as cutting it into the correct size pieces, cleaning them, polishing them, and everything just to make sure they're ready to be welded together into what I envision. It can also be a challenge just to look at pieces and figure out what they may or may not be, but I think that's also part of the fun of being a sculpture artist, is looking at all these pieces of metal that other people see trash in, and I see little creatures and sculptures and creations that can come out of them. Like any good artist, I have quite the collection of artistic materials. Of course, I can't fit all my materials in little boxes and drawers inside, so I do have my own metal shed that has a wide variety of other pieces I can use. I guess you could call this my studio. As you can see, there's lots of interesting pieces in here that I have accumulated over the years, and you never know when they will come in handy. As I was saying earlier, much of the metal, after being selected, needs to be prepped in order for it to be welded. And of course, many times, stuff just doesn't work out, which is when I break out the angle grinder. Sometimes I do a good job at welding pieces together, but then I stand back and realize that's not exactly what I had in mind. So I'll spend, 5-10 minutes trying to cut the weld just to get pieces apart. I can take try after try after try. You can whack it off. Sometimes it won't come off, like you've seen here. And I guess that's one of the big challenges I face, is making mistakes in the work, but there's usually a way to fix it. So no matter what you're doing or where you are during this pandemic, get out there and try to do something creative, whether it's big or something small. Go and do something that makes you happy, because that's really what matters in the long run. And along the way, you might discover something interesting.
Thank you, Kevin. If you would like to ask a question of one of our AP alumni, or if you are an alumna or alumnus who would like to be the subject of one of our AP Alumni Spotlights, please feel free to email. As always, please continue to wash your hands, practice social distancing, wear a mask, and keep yourselves and your families safe. See you soon.